Ayo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to do the Guild Boss BELGIUS in the normal difficulty, and we are going to show you guys the best team we have found so far. If you don't want to miss out any content on this channel, make sure to subscribe, eventually turning on the notification bell, or join our Discord. That way you will always stay up to date. This is going to be our first team, so this team is pretty easy and simple to get like 1500 points. So there is a better team as well, which we are going to show you guys afterwards. But that team requires much more RNG, and if you don't get the perfect RNG, you end up in having around 1500 as well. So that's why we're going to show you guys this team first, and we also don't exactly know the full potential, because here, as you can see, we don't have everyone level 90, and in the other team we don't have everyone level 90, and we don't even have everyone with full Yua gear. So also, as you guys can see, this is around the attack Gotha needs, so that he doesn't kill with the ult. So I will show you guys and just try to have around the same attack, because there's always the damage variance. Sometimes you deal more damage, sometimes less. The very first turn is very easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to move and work on our ults of Emilia and also Gotha. And next round what we want to get is both ults. Also we have that seal, so depending on what cards they have, we are going to freeze someone. And most likely we are going to patience anyway, so the freeze may be not that important. So if you want, you could also just burn the freeze, and then you have to redraw another Emilia card though, or whatever, just to be secure to get the ult. But yeah, so here for example we're going to do this, and on the right side we can freeze, and we basically save time that way as well. So now we have both ults, and our plan is going to be actually ulting with Gotha and hitting the damage marks. So one damage mark we can hit on the right side is the 80k, and on the left side is the 40k. So basically a run is more or less dead if we are not going to deal the 80k. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to burn this card, we are going to move one time with our rum, and in the next round we actually have to draw a another shield, or however somehow that we are getting both of those ults, and we definitely want to get a stance. So we're going to do this. Also, unfortunately, this strat is a bit whalish, because yeah, if you don't have a 6/6 Emilia, I'm not sure if you can deal the 150k mark. But yeah, if you have, you just need one card and you easily do that. And now let's see if we can deal the 80k. If we don't deal the 80k like this right now, we lose in 8 points, which is unfortunate. So we actually got the perfect cards here to show you guys a more or less perfect run. But yeah, like mentioned again, unfortunately we didn't hit the 80k, so we lost in 8 points. So it's not really the perfect run, but it's a very good run as a showcase. So here, as you can see, we can just move and get the ult, and we can also use this card to remove the stances. So for removing stances we are getting 25 points, which is pretty high in the normal difficulty. And yeah, here unfortunately we took some damage, so if we would have gotten, like for example, a dissolve, that would have been really good, or that he just not have the ult. But yeah, so basically we lost a bit points here, and also with the damage cap. So what we're going to do is we are throwing cards. Also, by the way, 1-star cards gives us more points than moving, so it gives us 4 points. What we're going to do is we're going to ult. 2-star obviously gives us even more, so we're going to do this. And yeah, we are getting frozen, but it doesn't matter at all. So what we're going to do now as well is we should lifesteal a bit with Emilia, and this ult should be finishing off without any issue. So yeah, this is basically how you utilize the unknown team, and I personally think this is the best unknown team I found so far. Like for example, my best score on my own account, I was able to get a 1520 score because I got a golden card. But here, as you can see, it was pretty simple to get the 1500. If we would have gotten more HP, or for example the 8 points from the damage cap, we would have gotten around 1520 as well. Coming to the second team, which can score over 1600. So I really don't know the full point potential of this team, because as you can see, we only have borrowed gear on our Camilla, and not just Camilla, also our Matrona has borrowed gear, because yeah, we don't really, or those are not really units we want to work on. And we also have middle pieces coming, because we don't really want to patience if possible, because it's just a normal difficulty and it's smarter not to get patience. So here, as you can see, our Droll has removed middle pieces and also his cosmetics. And yeah, our Diane has basically the same. So by the way, the red giant Diane is much better because she increases the damage of giant units. But unfortunately, if you don't have, I think, like a 5-6 or maybe 4-6 red giant Diane, which is pretty hard to obtain, you can't do that strat. So the blue one is the perfect replacement for her. So what we're going to do in the first turn is we want to try to deal the damage cap. So this is going to deal over 40k. This is going to deal over 40k. And if you have the red giant Diane, that's why I mentioned her, this card could deal 40k on the left hand as well, or on the right side hand. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is something you have to try, which is on your account, and we're going to move one time like this. And then hopefully we're getting a decent run. So here, as you can see, 49k, here 41k, and that gives us some bonus score. Going back to the second turn, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically just try to get rid of some cards or more ult gauges. So we can just use this, and I would say we should be probably dropping this card as well and move one time with our Matrona Diane, Matrona. So this merge is pretty nice. But yeah, what we also need is the stun of the Camilla, because that can also remove stances, which is really nice, which gives us 25 points. So what we should do here is we can deal the 40k mark here. And I actually think, no, with a stat decrease, I don't think we can deal 40k on the left hand. So we are just going to burn this card. We are going to move this once, and we are also going to burn this card as well. So the right side minion should deal, or should get dealt by 40k. Awesome, that's 12 points. And now let's see what cards we are getting. So the best would be really a stance removal, but unfortunately we still don't have the stance removal, but we still have one more turn to actually draw that card, because we are not going to use the, or we are not even getting the ult of the Camilla yet. So this right now is the perfect RNG we actually need. Besides that, we still miss to get the Camilla ult, so hopefully Camilla gets attacked twice. And we also need the Petrify. What we're going to do is we are probably going to move this card to the very left, so most likely this card will get depleted. I'm not 100% sure how the depletion works, but what we're going to do as well is we're going to dump some cards. So we can definitely dump this card, we can dump this card, and I don't think we can dump the Rupture card. So what we're going to do is we are just going to move this to the left, and hopefully somehow we can actually get the Petrify. Without the Petrify we are losing in 25 points, so yeah, we can't even get that. So I really hope now that our Camilla gets attacked 2 times. That would be really awesome, but it doesn't seem like it, so maybe I should have just gotten her ult. Oh no, perfect. So she's now depleting her left card, and yeah, this is basically what our condition for a perfect run is, because not always he has the debuff to actually attack seal everyone, and if that doesn't happen we lose in 48 points, because we lose in 4 cleanses. So what we're going to do now is, unfortunately we have no cards to deal bonus damage. What we're going to do is we transform and cleanse everyone. We are going to kill the hands, and we also basically, if you don't deal more damage, or basically if you don't deal the 150k mark with your Diane, it's more or less a dead run. So depending on how strong your Diane is, you can't do this. So here, as you can see, luckily we had the ult of our Matrona, so we were able to dissolve as well, and also rank down cards gives us a lot of points. So as mentioned again, unfortunately we do miss the stance cancel, which is 25 points, but this all in all is a pretty decent run. So what we're going to do now is we want to lifesteal a bit back if possible, so we can use this card, we can use this card, and then probably moving once, and I hope, damn, Diane is actually killing. So that was a small misplay here, but let's see what the score is. I think the score should be a bit under 1600, but yeah, here as you can see, we were missing the 25 points from the stance removal. That's it, guys. That's it for the video. This is basically how you can get 1600 score. But yeah, like mentioned, 2 of the units have no UR gear. Not everyone is level 90 yet, so I personally think the maximum potential of normal maybe even at 1750. It's really hard to tell if you don't have everything stacked out. But yeah, I really hope it was helpful. Thanks for tuning in and peace out for now.